Thank you, everybody that's joining us on YouTube today and my Zoom class. We're using an elegant writer pen and a pencil brush from a museum, any museum. They sell them everywhere all over the world, same brush. And we're going to use that to paint artichokes today. Whoops, sorry, you're sideways. Give me a second to get my camera. Hey, camera, flip up. Oh, doesn't want to. Doesn't want to be good. That's my house. There it is. Still not right. Hello, camera. Sorry about that. Now we're straight. So we're going to paint these size cards today. And the first one is called an artist trading card. This piece of paper is 2.5 by 7 inches. I'm going to fold it in half. And I can either cut it or rip it. I'm just going to rip it. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw with this elegant writer. Mine happens to be a 3.0. It's a calligraphy pen. So it has a pretty thick nib there, but I think all of you have 2.5 to 2 inch. So I'm just going to draw an artichoke. My daughter's laughing at me. They like my haircut, Claire.
Oh, good. I like artichokes.
Oh. And I'm going to make the lines really thick where I want it to be a little bit more dark, just in a couple of these spots. Okay, so that's the first step, just to draw an artichoke. So once you have a sketch, then the next step is to get your brush wet in the water and to wet the outside and touch your line. And it activates this. It just separates the ink is what it really does, because the ink is water soluble. And that's the first step, is just to get the background in by touching the outside. And if you have a paper towel and you lift up some of this green, you'll get more purple showing. The next step is to go into the little picture. Pick which way your sun's coming from. I think I'm going to make my sun coming, now that I've changed the card, from the top here. So each time then I'm going to touch the bottom of each little leaf, leaving the top part of it white. The side on the sun white, and this side dark. So there's whites left on this painting. Same thing on the stem here. This is the side that is in the shadow, and that's the side that's in the sun. I just blow dried mine, so it's nice and dry. And now I'm going to take a little bit of paint. I'm going to use phthalo yellow green, and I'm going to add a little bit of that to my picture. Well, some places it's reacting with the ink, and some places it's not. So here we go. That's That's it. The next thing I'm going to do is a bookmark. And this time I'm going to do a long stem with a artichoke that's in bloom, because the first time I ever grew artichokes, I didn't know that they bloomed, and I didn't get them picked soon enough, and they bloomed. And I thought, oh, that is amazing. Oh, they're so incredible. So I really love these blooming artichokes. So I'm just going to go ahead and sketch it on here, the long stem. I'm going to start at the top with the little purple flower. I'm just going to do scratchy, scratchy, scratchies. They make very kind of come down a little bit here where they meet, and then they fill in, make these big purple furry flowers. And right under that, the artichoke starts. But the first thing is these kind of a few little artichoke leaves come out. And then the actual artichoke is here. And then there's a few more. By this time, they'll have little leaves that hang out. And then the stem. And they usually have little like pointy things coming out of that stem. I'm going to do the same thing I did on the artist trading card. I'm going to wet the outside of this first line, of these lines, and brush that to the outside of the paper so that I have a background. It's very green. I haven't tried salt in this background. Oops. It just went into my artichoke instead of the background. I'm going to try and tilt my card and see if I can get this side to run down a little more. Kind of fun. And now I'm going to go around the top. So I'm going to do this one a little differently. Instead of painting water on the shadow sides of everything, I'm going to go in with watercolor paint. This is Phthalo Yellow Green by Grumbacher. Actually, this might be Dick Blick. Same paint. And I'm just going to paint and it still gets the ink to react a little bit. And I've left I'll leave a little bit of white on the light side. So I'm just kind of skipping a step. I'm going to go in and paint these little nubbies, try to get the lines out. Oh, not really going to go. That's okay. And now I'm going to work on the artichoke part up here using phthalo yellow green. So the watercolor both colors it and reacts with the ink at the same time. And then it kind of picks up in my brush also. So I want to leave a few light areas. And then these little sticky ones, I'm going to try to paint the bottom of those. And I'm going to try and get the ink to sort of darken on the shadow side. Then the last part is this flower at the top. Now I know that they're pinkish purple. What I'm going to try to do here is I'm going to drop water on it, flick water on it. So this is different. I've got those green blobs. I'm going to kind of darken it right. I'm going to add water for sure down at the base of it. Oh my gosh, look at that ink. Now I'm going to take my paper towel and I'm going to blot it up and see what it does. And it does kind of make it a purple flower up there. Okay, I'm just going to leave that. So I have a card now. This is 5x7 arches. It's 10 by 7, and then it's taped. And I drew it with my elegant writer. I'm going to do the same thing before as I've done before. I'm going to paint the outside, the background. So by using a wet brush, and then touching the outside of the lines. You think we can sign our names in this? I'm gonna try it and see what happens. I'm gonna use my bamboo signer. I'm just gonna write my name into the wet paper and see. Yeah, sure does. You made it green of all things. The green went sinking down into that. Just dabbing it a little bit to lift up some of that and leave the purple behind. Now I'm going to mute it and dry that. Now the next step, this has been dried, and the next step is to pick a side that the sun is coming from or the light, and I'm going to pick the left side. So I'm going to go in on the right side. And of the stem and each leaf, and darken or let this ink work on the bottom and on the right side, leaving the highlight on the top. of each leaf. I want to leave some white on each leaf. I love the When I'm an Old Woman, I Shall Wear Purple, that poem. It was very popular about 30 years ago. And the ending line of that poem is, "That Patty, she sure is some tomato." So here we have that elegant writer, she sure is some artichoke. I really like the splattering in the flower of this. So I'm gonna try this again. Oh, that is so fun. Oh my gosh. I'm going crazy. I don't know if it makes it look like a spiky flower, but boy, it's a lot of fun. And then I'm gonna dab it up a little bit and see if we can get. No, not so much. Okay, there's a new technique. This will be the first one. Penny mentioned it earlier. If you take a very, very fine sprayer and just mist your painting so that the mist falls on it, you're not squirting on it, but it has to just kind of land on it. And then you dry it.
Is that permanent rose?
I think she's still on mute.
Oh, yeah.
So what I just did was I misted it, and then I blow dried it and left it on mute. But now what I'm doing is I mixed permanent violet and permanent rose together. And now when I'm touching it, this is not turning black and making that elegant writer smear. I'm trying to leave little highlights in my flower up there. Let's see if this, oh, it does pretty much stop it. I'm going to add a little bit of phthalo yellow green to my stem and some of these leaves. It does seem like it stopped it from reacting pretty much. So I don't know how it does that. Chemically, I'm gonna really have to research that. Oh, there we go.
So Mary Kay, you sprayed the flower.
Oh.
Or two of them, because you have two hands. Oh, I like them. Yep, you got it. Really nice. I like your globe artichoke. Did you go buy one and then
No,
just drop?
I used your picture.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, look at them. Oh, I like your like crazy little leaves off the top, and you got the colors on the thistles so well.
She got a lot of bleeding on her background too.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, really nice.
1, 2,
Oh, they're beautiful.
Thanks.
I love
like this.
your little things coming out of the stems, and you've got your gorgeous colors on them.
Oh, nice.
And
Thanks.
they're got this spiky
This is
stuff.
really fun.
I love.
Where'd it
Oh,
go?
it's beautiful. I love how you put the yellow, green in the background. On
Mhm.
the-
I
on
didn't
your
get it
card.
cool enough, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and they're lovely. They're quirky.
And then I did this one and it's got all smudgy, so I don't like it.
Yeah, it looks good too, though. Elaine's ready.
I was just looking,
You want
trying to find me so I can see. Well, I don't have a mister, so I'm not sure what to do with it.
Well,
Suggest,
I think you shouldn't do anything. And over the weekend, we need to find you a mister.
okay.
Not that kind of mister.
I
A mister. Where do you think we can find them?
don't know.
I found this one on Amazon. I had so much trouble with the stoppers getting clogged up and, the regular sprayers not spraying anymore. So I ordered this one and it turns out to be perfect for watercolor because you squirt it and it comes out very, very fine. And it wasn't very expensive. I think maybe $15 or something, but it says it's called a Flair, FLAIR -A -sol, SOL, Flairosol.
What's it for?
It's a mister.
Yeah, I know, but what's it
A
original?
salad mister, Terry.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it would be for ironing or for spraying if you're misting when you're ironing or spraying plants or I don't know, spray anything you want to spray, but
Perfect.
it works perfectly for this. It's not like the Windex one, which has different kind of drops.
Right.
Just a very, very fine.
That's what we need is a very, very fine mister. I'm wondering if they just have, I'll keep my eye out. I haven't been going out much right now because the stores are getting more crowded and I'm not vaccinated yet. So I'm actually like staying more close. I'm not spiking the ball on the 10-yard line. All right. So
I
I
love
still want to
Amazon.
see Chris.
Amazon's my new best friend.
Who's your new best friend?
Amazon.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Christy, Lane, and Vicky. Let's see.
Well, I have my little thing.
Oh, how cute.
Nice.
Oh, good. It's got a lot of pink in it.
Finished, so.
Did you finish your iris?
You want, yeah,
We
It's
want to
finished.
see. I won't.
as much as it's gonna be finished.
Oh, they're lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like the whites that you left. I love the stem on the bookmark. Yep, really
Yeah.
good.
I blurred this one.
That one, it looks good blurred though, because you left those highlights. The little white spots make all the difference. That's a lovely painting.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.